What's it been like the last 2 days in pads and this kind of weather?
Obviously the first day of pads is, it's a little bit different. They're putting them back on since last time was spring, and it's especially hard for offensive line. You got to remember that now you have shoulder pads and helmet on, so you kind of especially in pass protection, you got to stop leaning. So yesterday was a little bit harder, but I think we got after it this morning, especially in the running game. The pads are starting to come on, starting to pop a little bit, so starting to play football again.
Six straight days of practice with no off days. The seventh coming up tonight. Have you reached the point of exhaustion of camp yet?
I think it's more of your approach on how you look at it. We have a 2-day today, and if you came in this morning saying, okay, we got 1 of 2, it's a hot day out there today. It's gonna be a long practice. It's gonna be exhausting. But if you can look at it from the perspective of, all right, here we go. We got, look at it one period at a time. We got inside run here. Just try to focus on the small things, get better at, what you need to do that day. Then, it's not as bad as you think, and it kind of goes by a lot faster that way.
Ryan, what's maybe the one big thing the offensive line needs to be better at this year than it was last year?
Obviously communication. You look back and there's some things that we could have put ourselves in a better position and then finish too. Running game, passing game, no matter what. One thing we don't want guys to do is have a 7-yard gain, and it could have been 14, but somebody came off late of a block. So that's one of our emphasis in the camp is to really finish our blocks, and I think we're doing that. And by the end of the camp, I think we'll be a lot better than what we were last year.
The fact that you got a couple seniors to work with, does that help with that a lot?
Absolutely. The guys that have been here, obviously, this is my 4th year coming up, and then Ari and Shepard have been here for 5. So, to kind of instill that for the younger guys, that this is what we do to get back to where we want to be. This is the Bama way. It obviously helps that all 3 of us are, kind of pushing that for the young guys.
We've seen Shane working beside you. Since he's been here, how's he gotten better?
Miles, it's he's still working left and right. Just like a lot of guys. A lot of guys are working tackle, guard, and center. But he's done a great job of really bending the pass protection. He's a really flexible guy, and he's a big guy too. So in the running game, he can really finish some guys off.
You could cross the line the other side. What do you see from those defensive guys? Who's doing well?
All the guys. Coach Bo Davis has done a really good job. The D line. It's a lot harder when they're coming off the ball and they're not giving you your chest to latch onto. So that's one of the big things they've been doing is coming off low, and they've been playing physical every day.
How's Dominic Jackson fit in, and maybe what's the challenges of getting in with an offensive line this late, I guess, in the process?
He's done great. He's had a great camp for the first 6 days. I've talked to him yesterday, and he said just from coming from his JUCO offense where they were running more just like the wing tee versus like a pro-style offense, Alabama. He obviously has a little bit of a learning curve to catch up to, but through the summertime and, sitting with some of the older guys like us, we've caught him up, and, he just goes out there every day and gives all he's got, and then, he's working at guard and tackle, so, by the end of camp, we'll see what happens.
How's Big Cam Robinson looking from now?
From the spring, obviously came in, he was, he was a little bit heavier in the spring, so he got down in the summertime, and he looks a lot better now. He's bending well. He's shooting his hands. Got really long arms. So, he's finally learning the playbook, and that's everything you want out of an offensive tackle. He just keeps on working every day.
With Dalvin now back healthy and now DJ coming back, do you sense a better pass rush from the defensive line?
Yeah. Those guys are great with their hands, and if we don't bring ours every day, if we're not technically sound every day, they can make some of us look kind of foolish. But that's a great task every day to go up against those guys, get us ready for the season.
Coach said the offense was making some more explosive plays against the defense. What's working on that side as well?
We're just, like I said before, we're trying to finish our blocks. You'd be surprised when you finish blocks of how many of those 5-yard gains, turn into 15. Once you can get back onto, you can get like guys like T.J. Yeldon up on the secondary. Those guys are huge backs, and him and Derrick Henry can, make some moves out in space. So as an offensive line, we just want to finish.
You mentioned Dominic in his pass blocking. He really hadn't done a lot of that. What do you see athletically from him about maybe getting to the next level?
You mean like next level is like linebacker?
Yeah, when he pulls and his athletic ability able to.
Yeah, he's he's a big dude. He's just like Shank, just some of those just big behemoth guys. But he can move in space and he can bend well. Obviously coming from wing T, you don't do a whole lot of pass protection, so I think that's one thing that he needs to work on. But you know, we've all been working on it. You know, every day. No one's perfect, but you know, he's got a great attitude toward what he does, and as long as he brings that every day, he's gonna be fine.
Did you have any botched snaps last year with AJ?
I had a snap infraction against Ole Miss, but I don't think so. I don't know. I think they keep track of that somewhere, but they don't tell me at the end of the thing. So, no, it's like, I mean, once you start working with a guy like that, I mean, obviously I was working with AJ for a while, but even with the new guys, I mean, we're trying to get to a system where every quarterback's the same no matter what. So if one goes down, next guy comes in, it's not like you have to work with them. So, you know, that's one of our big emphasis is eliminating balls on the ground, no matter who it is, centers, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. So that's one of the big emphasis this summer.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you was when you are dealing with more than one quarterback, is it a lot harder to keep from doing that?
You know, every quarterback's a little bit different. You know, some are taller than others, and they have different hand placement. But you know, that's one of the first 5 minutes of practice we do is we just work with quarterbacks. We rotate in and out, so that you're not completely unfamiliar with the guy once he comes in there.
How's Jake doing under center? Because he worked out of the shotgun a lot of Florida State.
Yeah, he's doing good. You know, he gets up there and commands the huddle and commands the line of scrimmage. So I haven't had a problem with him, and we'll just keep working at it.
Last one. Hassenauer, Pierschbacher, young guys. How are they looking, Casher?
Good. Those guys have come in, brought some competition to some of the older guys, and that's all you want out of a summertime is to keep getting guys better. They're all playing different positions right now, center, guard, tackle, but they're really working hard and getting the offense down really well.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.